Financial planning in the new normal. Lockdowns have been lifted. Businesses are opening up. More people are moving up and about again. We are in the new normal, and one of the questions that people have been asking is, what has changed when it comes to financial planning? If you're someone who still dreams of having financial independence, financial security, freedom, and abundance, is there any change in how you should be approaching how you save, how you get insurance, how you make investments? That's what we'll tackle in this video. To start things off, let's talk about what is a financial plan in the first place. And it just boils down to 3 areas. Number 1, how you earn money or your income plan. Number 2, how you spend money or your spending plan, also known as your budget. And number 3, how you save and invest your money or your investment plan. If these 3 things are optimized, achieving financial independence and having financial security and later on having freedom and abundance, it's definitely achievable. Now, how did coronavirus impact these areas as it relates to the financial plan? The huge hit is that when coronavirus hit and lockdowns were placed, is that the flow of money stopped. Then, the flow of money changed. Take note that the money did not disappear. It was the flow of money that stopped, then changed. Let me repeat that. Money did not disappear. So, from people spending on travel and adventure and being outside, well, they stopped traveling and they started watching more entertainment at home, splurging on their hobbies, or things that they can do from home. From going out in the gym, people ended up enrolling in online workout classes or making their own home gyms. People who used to dine out now order fancy delivery at home. It was the flow of money that changed. And because of this change in the flow of money, it affected many people in terms of their income plan. And to be totally blunt and frank about this, so many people have insurance plans and policies, they have their investment plans and strategies, but they never thought about their income plan. And that is why the economic effects of coronavirus has been so devastating. Because both employees and entrepreneurs didn't go to the level of being more intentional in their income. For employees, the mindset has always been, I go to work, I do my job, I get paid. Very rare do you see people caring about their career progression as an employee. For entrepreneurs, the mindset has been, okay, basta kumikita. It doesn't matter kung lumalaki ba or hindi, basta kumikita. Very rare do you see entrepreneurs who have a growth and marketing strategy that they are sticking to. And I share all of this because the root cause of all financial problems always boils down to income first. Just take, for example, an employee whose job and industry wasn't affected by the coronavirus. Do they need to change anything in their budget, insurances, investments? Nope. As far as they are concerned, they're doing well. Or to a business owner who had an online presence way before the coronavirus hit. Are they affected? Slightly, but as long as they continue to sell and earn, spending can continue, they can keep on paying their employees, their rent, and their investing for their business can continue. This brings us to the number 1 change to financial planning in the new normal. Change number 1, now more than ever, you need to have an income growth strategy. And in a nutshell, income growth strategy is your ability to find and increase your income. And this applies whether you're an employee or an entrepreneur. Let's dig deeper on that. As an employee, it might be tempting to say, J3, I can't grow my income. Nagtatanggalan nga ng trabaho, paano ako makakahanap ng work? Or hihingi pa ako ng promotion sa lagay na to? While all those are true, it actually has nothing to do with your personal and individual results. Because remember that the flow of money has changed and will continue to change. So let's go into an example first. Let's pretend that you're a hunter from the prehistoric days. And every day, you went out, you found some animals, you hunted it, and you brought it home so that your family could have something to eat. And you did that for several years. But then, one night, There was a thunder that caused a forest fire and everything burned down in the place where you usually did your hunting. And that morning, you came back to the forest, now all burnt down. Wala nang animals, no living thing in sight. What do you do? Do you stay in that dead, burnt down forest and scavenge for worms? Do you go digging in the ground hoping to find something? Do you hope na may ibon na galing sa langit na mahuhulog na lang sa harapan mo? Or do you go to your cavemen's association and ask for support from them? Hindi naman, di ba? You look for other places where you can hunt. You look for where the animals used to go and you go there because it's going to be you and your family's lives on the line. So, yes, anyone in the airline, travel, recreation industry is out of a job right now. What are you going to do? Wait and hope for things to get better? The earlier everyone realizes that things have changed, the faster you can adapt. Now, as an employee, your ability to earn an income is not dependent on any industry or outside factor. It is only dependent on your ability to find and land jobs. In fact, it was that skill, it was that ability of job hunting that got you paid and stable in the first place. There's a good chance you just forgot about it. Nakalimutan lang siya because maybe it's been years since you had to apply for a job. But your income growth comes from exactly that, your ability to find and land jobs, your ability to get clear on, okay, anong trabaho ba ang gusto ko sa anong mga klaseng kumpanya? Your ability to connect with potential employers and network your way. Uy, meron ba dito? Meron ba dyan? Your ability to write a damn good resume. Your ability to show up and stand out and be confident during an interview. Your income growth comes from all of those skills. It has nothing to do with the economy out there, but your individual job hunting skills. Let's now go to entrepreneurs. There are so many ways to grow and increase income right now, and majority of it has shifted into being able to sell online. That is where the flow of money has gone to. That is how consumers have changed. And there are so many courses today, some paid, some free, on how do you start your online presence? How do you sell online? How do you advertise on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and so on? And this is really the only thing you have to worry about. Income. Because if your income is fixed, everything else will fall into place. The budgets, the investments, the insurance, the healthcare plans, you don't need to change anything when you are in control of your income. With that said, if your income is in place and it's stable and it's reliable, and you are confident already in growing it, then let's go to the smaller changes for financial planning in the new normal. Change number 2, shifting your spending based on your situation and values. How can your budget change in this new normal? Let's tackle this question depending on 2 possible situations. Situation number 1 is if a person has an income problem and money is flowing out and the emergency funds are being depleted fast. In this scenario, it's important that the budget be focused on just 2 things. Number 1 is for survival and absolutely essential. This is the food, the things you need to survive and remain safe. Number 2 is for income growth. It's okay to temporarily let go of some comforts, pause or even sell investments. You can pause your insurance policies just to invest in something that will allow you to grow your income. For employees, maybe this can be a course or a book on how to write better resumes or land a better job, or maybe something to do with online freelancing. For businesses, this can be a budget to set for online marketing efforts or hiring someone to do the online marketing for you. So, these are the 2 main things to focus on if you have an income problem. And once your income problem is fixed, you'll fall under situation number 2. And that is, income is stable and may even be growing. It is only the spending that has changed. Aside from the Meralco bill shooting up 2 to 3 times more, there are many things in your budget that may have probably changed in these past months. You'll be spending less on some items, you'll be spending more on some items, and these changes are okay. There's no need to force people to stick to the budget. Instead, the way to think about your spending now is in terms of values and why you were spending that much for a particular item in the first place. For example, say you used to travel a lot, and now traveling is not allowed or it's dangerous, it helps to ask yourself the question on why did you travel anyway? An answer could be because I want adventure in life, or to experience new things, or to learn about other cultures. Whatever your answer is, keep spending so that the why or the value of the spending is still met. For instance, if the reason for travel is adventure, then make sure you keep spending for adventure that is maybe allowed in the confines of home. Maybe it's a new hobby you want to engage in that you'd like to explore. Maybe it could be a video game or a console perhaps where you take adventures in the digital realm. Here's another one. Say you used to go out on weekly date nights with your spouse. Can that be changed into a dining experience instead? And so we keep the value of spending so that we can build and nourish relationships. Or if you're spending for a gym membership, the value behind there is health. So with that health spending, where can it change? Can it be shifted to having a meal plan or exercise equipment? If you used to give to church every single Sunday, the value there is giving. Well, let's not stop giving. We just change the means, be it from the church donation basket to now donating online or through other means. Point is, we continue the giving. The bottom line here is that you can change your budget to match your values. Because at the end of the day, it's the why, it's the value that is much, much more important than the line item budget. With that said, let's now go to the last and the third change to investments. Is there anything that has changed when it comes to savings and investing? The answer here is actually no. The recommendation remains the same. Have at least 3 months worth of emergency fund. Go for 6 months worth emergency fund if you are a single income household with kids. Make sure that you have the appropriate health and life insurances, and invest consistently and invest in the long term. Now, again, it's okay to break these guidelines if you are fixing an income problem. If income is lacking at this time, by all means, use up your emergency fund and pause your investments. Okay lang. But if income is unaffected, there's also no need to change the investment strategy. That's it for the changes to financial planning in the new normal. Now, if there's only one thing you could take away from this video, it's that money did not disappear. It is only the flow of money that changed. The question now is, will you change with it?